Hello and welcome to our podcast where today we celebrate the 40th anniversary of one of the greatest zombie movies of all time, Return of the Living Dead. I am your amazing, spectacular host with the most, Detective Artemis.
And I'm Journey.
And this is Drink to a Decade. Cheers.
Cheers. Clink.
Now, I gotta say, dude, since we started this fucking podcast like 5 years ago now, Jesus Christ, this has been one of the movies that I've been most excited to talk about.
Yeah, you've been waiting for it. Since day one, you've been waiting for it.
Yeah. So I'm very stoked. And another movie I'm really excited to do in the future, in a couple more years, unfortunately, is Killer Clowns from Outer Space. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
When is that one?
What year is this? 28. So on 2028.
2028.
And that'll be the 40th anniversary. It would also be my 40th anniversary as well.
Really?
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Holy shit. Wait, did that movie come out when
It came out in 88, the greatest year of all time.
I didn't know that. That
sure
was the
did.
same year you
That's
were born?
right. Yeah, dude. A lot of good movies came out that year. We got Child's Play. Return of the Living Dead 2 came out, but we'll save that for later.
Okay, yeah, that's going to be a very busy year for us.
There's a lot of good ones for sure. I know next year there's not that many off the top of my head. I know there's Scream. Scream has its anniversary. And we mentioned this earlier, Grandma's Boy and some other Aliens. So maybe we'll see how that goes.
That this year or next year?
Next year.
Next year.
Next year.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're getting close to the end of this year. Wow, time flies.
Well, it's certainly not getting any deader. Segue. So let's get into this. Return of the Living Dead 40 years ago, dude.
40 years ago. Holy shit.
All right. Well, what are some of your earliest memories of Return of the Living Dead?
I don't really remember. To be honest, I think I just remember that you were the one that told me to watch this movie and that it was like one of your favorites, that it was great. I think it's when we were first becoming friends and bonding over movies and music. And I don't remember the first time I watched it. I just remember that I watched it because of you. And the moment I watched it, I was like, this is probably got to be the best visual representation of zombies. Like it was perfect.
Peak 80s like makeup and zombie look.
And so early too. It's so early because like you see it now and it's like you look at Walking Dead and like 28 weeks later, it's like it seems very realistic, but Return's zombies look was just creative and just meant to visually impact you, not to like you be like, hey, this is what a real zombie looks like. No, it was there to just visually impact you. It was like over the top, amazing, awesome stuff.
Wow, I think that was pretty well said. I mean, you think of how visuals and zombies, like we got fucking Tarman, probably the most recognizable zombie in all zombie history, I would say.
Yeah, no. Yeah, definitely Tarman like was the most amazing. The woman cut in half. That was also fucking amazing. That was
the pain.
That was a whole what was it? Like it was puppetry, right? Yeah, it was puppetry.
It was like puppetry, animatronics, a little bit of wizardry. I don't know.
Yeah. I think when I was like diving into facts and trivia and stuff, so I could throw in fun facts if I want. I think the voice of the lady was one of the teenagers.
I think it was the guy who got bitten by her, I believe.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you might be right. Yeah.
Now, the funniest thing about that scene is not the sad, sympathy we get for the undead, but the fact that we see that woman's zombie boobs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I saw them.
They were just they were very perky.
They looked like rotten pepperonis. Well, some of my earliest memories would, how these things normally start whenever we go into our earliest memories. I watched part 2 first.
No way.
Yeah, I watched part 2 first. It was, I remember my folks watching it. And this is where a long time ago, you would go to the store and you pick out a movie and you rent it for a couple of days and you drop it off.
Blockbuster.
Yeah,
And stuff like
Blockbuster,
that.
Hollywood, maybe like a
Yeah.
local rental place.
Oh my god, Hollywood Video! I forgot about that.
Yeah, dude.
place.
So I know my folks rented it and they were watching it, and I kind of like I wanted to watch it with them, and they're like, no, this is gonna be too scary for you. I'm like, yeah, you're right, sure. And then so they're watching it, and then like I kind of creep in the room and I kind of crack the door, and I'm watching a little bit of Return of the Living Dead 2 from the fucking crack door,
Yeah.
and I watched like 5 minutes of it, and I'm like, fuck this.
Really?
Yeah. And then eventually later on TV, it was playing, and it was so cool. I loved how the zombies looked. I love the city atmosphere. So I didn't really watch Return of the Living Dead until like I was a teenager. So
Oh, really?
maybe like
Okay.
maybe like 2005 or 6, heavy into my pirate days. Because
No,
I was
yeah.
really into Dawn of the Dead at the time,
Yeah.
the original one, and I'm like, cool, what are some other movies I can look into? And I used this thing called the internet, and I found some lists, and I'm like, Return of the Living Dead.
Quite helpful.
I'm like, oh, okay, I seen part 2, but let me try part 1.
Yeah.
And part 1, I loved it so much more. Not that part
Mm-hmm.
2 was bad; it has its flaws, but part 1 is just for me nearly like a perfect film. It's a excellent blend of horror with some comedy in there.
With comedy. Yeah.
And the fucking punk rock spirit, it's all great. I loved it.
Exactly. Yeah. It was definitely revolutionary for its time, and a lot of people didn't know it.
Yeah.
They really didn't know it.
Yep. I mean, we can touch upon that later, but I'm just gonna do it anyway because I don't care because I've been waiting for this.
Go for it.
Yes, this is the movie that really gave us the first time we can see zombies run.
Yeah.
Zombies were really smart, and they would use, they would like send in more paramedics, send more cops. They would like use tricks and bait people so they can eat their brains. It's also the first movie where we get the perception that zombies need to eat brains.
Yeah, they invented it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. So just a lot of cool stuff. This movie was kind of ahead of its time in a way. I mean, I think if it gets made today, it would still be good.
Yeah. I think I was reading that it was actually because of this movie that that Romero stopped using Living Dead in his titles.
That's right. Him and a fellow co-writer of Night of the Living Dead, John A. Russo.
Yeah.
They kind of had
Because they agreed. They had an agreement with
right, because
Yeah.
they had different ideas of how they wanted to do a sequel to Night of the Living Dead, and they just kind of couldn't come to terms with it. So they agreed that Romero would do his version, and it would just have Dead in the title. So
Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead, and John A. Russo he had the rights to Living Dead.
Yeah.
So that's why it wasn't Dawn of the Living Dead; it was Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how they got that. And funny enough, John A. Russo wrote a novel sequel to Night of the Living Dead called Return of the Living Dead. And when he wanted to get this movie made, he asked a few people, and he got around to the late Dan O'Bannon, who was the writer of Alien.
Yeah. Late?
He's very much dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. He's a great guy, I guess, but he was really cool.
We'll talk about that later.
Anywho, so Dan O'Bannon was like, okay, cool. I'll do this adaptation for you because technically it is kind of based off a book. But Dan O'Bannon did not like that it took itself too seriously, and it almost, in his words, he didn't want to like go into Romero's turf. So he wanted to make it almost radically different than what the novel really was.
Yeah, because then it would have just been like an actual sequel
Yeah.
without the actual.
Yeah, and I think the choices they made were obviously better because it gave it its own identity.
Mm-hmm.
And I love how they kind of reference Night of the Living Dead in the movie, where they're like, "Oh yeah, that was based off of that movie you saw was based off of real stuff."
Yeah.
So there is that tie-in to
Oh
it.
yeah, that's the.
And then later on, fucking what's his name? Who turns into a zombie? Freddy.
Freddy.
Where he's like, "You mean the movie lied?" One of my
was
favorite lines.
favorite line. It was fucking great.
What are some of your favorite moments?
Favorite moments. So, well, obviously, I've talked about it before several times.
Are you gonna?
What my favorite
You really?
scene is?
I think I already know.
I always talk about it.
I can
It's every
see.
single
I
time it
can
gets
see why
brought
you have a
up. I
pillow on your
always have
lap.
to do it.
Okay,
It's- I
just
do
go
it.
ahead.
It's
Just tell us, because I know
the-
they don't know.
Yeah, it's the strip dance on top of the grave.
You guys
Like,
ever
that is-
wonder what it's feel like to be? What'd she say? Like getting eaten by old men or something
yeah,
like that,
she-
which is a
what-
foreshadow.
Yeah, she did a foreshadow of her own death, where she was like, her fantasy was to get like covered in old men and be eaten alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. But yeah, that was like my favorite part. I'm like,
It's
This
definitely
is
one of the
fun.
most memorable moments.
but I mean, that's the most memorable. That's my top one. But honestly, I think my favorite parts is when you first see Tarman. That part where he just looks up the stairs and is like, rah, like it's Tarman was just amazing. Like the whole,
He looked very cool.
yeah, he looked amazing. That was my favorite. And the zombie lady, like that was fantastic.
Trash.
Huh?
Her name was Trash.
No,
The zombie lady. Oh, my bad.
the zombie half lady.
Yeah,
I don't know her name. I don't think
Half-
they just call her half lady.
half lady.
The half lady. But yeah, the one on the table, seeing her and the way they did her puppetry or animatronics, like all that was just amazing. And how she talks and actually finally gives real insight into what zombies are, like how they feel, what's their motivation. Like most zombie movies don't give you that.
Yeah. For most zombie movies, it's like their basic instinct on to just eat
Yeah.
and survive. That's it.
Eat and survive. You have some scientist that comes out and be like, well, this is my scientific conclusion to what zombies want. And this time you're actually hearing it from the horse's mouth, zombie's mouth.
Yeah. And like earlier this year, which we didn't do an anniversary for, but it was Day of the Dead. And that's where you actually see the scientists really trying to, study the zombies. And you get Bud the zombie who shoots the guy and he does a little
Is that
salute.
the one from the bunker?
Yes.
They're
Yes.
all in the
Yeah.
bunker. That's Day
and
of
then
the Dead.
when they all come in at the end and they rip that dude in half.
Yeah.
That was fucking cool.
Yeah. That was a good one. That's true. That's because the whole bunker was to research zombies. It was
Right,
like a
because the
yeah.
world was already gone.
It was already
so
gone,
It
yeah.
was, and that's the first time I've ever saw a clown zombie, because a lot of like the zombies there, one of the people you see is a fucking clown zombie
Yeah.
that stuck with me forever. And then fucking Zombieland came out, and then even
Fucking clowns.
and then even before that, in Diary of the Dead. Do you remember where it's like they're showing like some like the person's watching the video clips on YouTube, and
I
it's a
can't
kid's birthday party, and
I
it's
can't
a
remember.
clown zombie.
Yeah, I can't
So
remember
that's
Diary of
three
the Dead.
clown zombies that I've seen, and I don't want to see them again.
We need more. We need more. We absolutely need more.
Well, half of me is agreeing with you, and the other half is like, fuck no.
No, there's plenty out there. You just haven't been looking.
Well, anywho, yeah. So, any other moments you want to shoot at me?
And obviously our favorite line. It's like the movie lied.
Yeah.
Like, it's iconic. And it's so interesting too, because like I was helping a friend out with a shoot recently. I texted you. I texted you the picture.
Oh yeah,
I was at the medical facility.
yeah, dude. That was so fucking cool.
Yeah,
How did you feel when you're like, oh man, this is a
So I had no idea. So
Okay.
I had showed up to this to a shoot there. They have like a little it's kind of like a photography video studio that they have, a small one right next door, and we were shooting this thing for a film, my friend's short film. And new friend, his name's Ivan. He's amazing at special effects. I can't wait till you meet him. He works on horror films, but mostly like B stuff. He hasn't gotten a reputation to work on big ones yet.
AB stuff is great.
B stuff is great. He works with a lot of college kids, a lot of like student films and some bigger productions. So we both got there at the same time, and we parked and jumped out of the car, started hugging him and his girlfriend. And then he's like, dude, hey. I was like, so what you think? Return of the Living Dead. And I'm like, what? And he's like, turn around. And I'm like, I looked around and I was like, what am I looking at? I was like, that building's from Return of the Living Dead. And I'm like, what building? And it's like the medical facility. I'm like, okay, wait, really? It's like, pulled out my phone and looked that up, and I'm like, looked up, looked down, look up,
Believe
look
him.
down, and I'm like, oh shit. He was like, dude, you're right. And he's like, yeah. And right where you park, or like he points, he's like, well, there's a building, and then he goes slightly to his right, and he's like, now you see that big gap right there, the fence that leads over to the railroad tracks? And I'm like, yeah. It was like, that's where they built the wall for Resurrection Cemetery. It was like they had built a wall there with the title, and they shot the scene right here on this parking lot. Even when the cops are being raided by the zombies, it's also right here on this like parking lot where we're parked and standing right now. And I'm like, holy shit.
That's fucking cool, man.
I'm on set. I'm on set of this movie
Yeah.
that like I've loved watching, and it's like, man, I wish Art was here. And I was like, let me text him and send him a picture.
I know. You're like, what? You recognize this one? It's hard to tell. I don't know.
Because there was like, because there's overgrowth now. There's overgrowth and
Yeah,
a fence.
it's 40 years ago.
Yeah, and it was 40 years ago. And I was like, this is pretty rad that it's like right here in LA. It's
Yeah, exactly. What's filmed here in LA?
yeah, pretty much all of it got filmed in LA. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 scenes that were actually shot in Kentucky.
Maybe
Louisville, Kentucky is where the movie supposedly took place.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think there was only like 1 scene in there that had it actually Kentucky in it. I don't know what it is. This is what I read.
Now, is this place you mentioned? Is it like open to the public or is it like private property kind of thing? Like, can I just waltz up in there?
The building is empty, and you can't access it. But from where I sent you the picture, it's like that's a public parking lot. You can actually drive there. There's actually a brewery right next door, so we can go visit the brewery sometime.
That is so fucking cool.
But
Yeah,
yeah, no.
I would love to go. Where is this place?
Somewhere in LA.
Somewhere in LA.
I remember the name of the photography studio, so I'll just look it up and Google will send us there.
Okay.
But it's probably like actually it might be close to here. Might be a lot closer to here.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, no, it's like you can go all the way up and park right there, basically in that little cut. That to the left is the building, and to the right is where they had built the cemetery. So you can at least see that and be there. A lot of people go there all the time, and like I said, there's a brewery right next door.
Well, I would definitely cream myself right there in that parking lot.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting to see.
Nice, nice.
Well,
some of my favorite moments. Oh, I'm glad you asked.
Parts,
I got a lot of them. So obviously, you know, the scenes you mentioned were pretty cool and memorable, but some other scenes I love, essentially the whole movie.
Yeah.
But even when they crack open the fucking canister of trioxin, then what's his name? The guy who's with Freddy. I forgot. I see this movie all the time. I forget his name. Anyways. He's like, oh yeah, this thing is solid as a rock, and he hits it, the fucking gas.
Military made.
Yeah, that's got to be some sort of joke in there. But yeah, so they inhale the gas, and then you see like, you know, who would Tarman eventually like just sort of melt.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. That was really cool visual. I love where they're trying to escape the mortuary or the crematory.
Yeah.
And there's zombies like they're just kind of like surrounding them, and a lot of them are really creepy. And then when the paramedics show up, there's just one zombie who kind of like has like a skull face, and I remember he tries to reach out for him, and he's running really fast. So that alone is pretty fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
I love the zombie who I don't know if it was a little person or something, but he's like chowing on the paramedic's head.
He was probably an
amputee, maybe. Yeah. So, and then like he kind of like hops up and starts running at him. That was like, because I mean,
slips in the rain.
That was funny. No offense, but it was a really cool visual. And then just a lot of it, dude. I love how the heroes of this movie are Bert and Ernie. That was pretty funny.
That was hilarious.
I also love the Friday the 13th connections.
What were the connections?
I'm so glad you asked. So the guy who plays Freddy, he plays Tommy Jarvis in Jason Part 6.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And he was let's see, and he also looks like fucking Dennis Reynolds in this movie. Every time, like he looks just like him.
I can see the resemblances.
It's the implication.
The implication.
And then the other dude with the curls who was sitting next to Trash in the cemetery, he was in Part 5 as well.
You mean?
Or he was in Part 5.
Oh, you mean the only black guy in the film?
Unfortunately,
he was the only black guy in the film. As I was thinking about it, I'm like, he was the only black guy in the film.
Yeah.
Hey, but he showed up in more stuff. Like
he did.
He's
and I'm getting to that. And he's one of my favorite characters in one of my favorite scenes in any Jason movie. And I think you know what scene I'm going to talk about. It's them damn enchiladas.
The damn.
Hey, baby.
Isn't he the
baby?
Isn't he the one that tries to box out Jason?
No, that's Part 8. That's Part 8. No.
Part 8.
So this is one where he gets killed in the outhouse because he's like having diarrhea.
Diarrhea. His little brother was outside too, right? Like,
yeah. Because he went to go visit him at the foster home or whatever it was. Yeah. So he was in there, and then also
damn enchiladas.
I also remember him in the Scooby Doo movie as well. I think he was like a small part, but I remember.
Scooby Doo movie.
Yeah, the live action one.
Oh shit.
He was in there.
With like Freddie Prinze Jr. and,
Yes,
and
yes.
the other guys. Oh,
Yeah, he was there.
Interesting.
And also another part 5 connection. Suicide. The guy who gets killed by Tarman.
Yeah.
He was also in Friday the 13th Part 5. He was the guy who killed the special needs kid in the beginning, where he was like, "Here, you want some candy, or whatever?" And like he gets all mad, he like chops him up.
I do not remember. I'm gonna have to go back and see that.
Yeah,
But that was part 5.
So that's 3 people from this movie who were in Friday the 13th movies, 2 of which were in that same movie or in that same year.
Yeah.
So I think that was really cool. I love Jason, and
Yep.
so to see these guys connected to another one of my favorite like franchises was really cool for me.
That's cool. That's great. Yeah, I mean, was part 5 also shot in LA?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, to be honest, I think that's my wildest guess because usually I think that's how it works. They look for local actors that have worked kind of the same thing, and it would make sense if it got shot in LA because they're from LA.
I mean, more than likely.
Yeah, more than likely. That makes sense.
Let's see. Where Trash becomes a full-fledged zombie. She looks absolutely creepier than all the other zombies. I don't know if you noticed her
when they
face,
stretch out her face, right?
face changes, and she's the only zombie that changes like that.
Without a bite on her too, like
Yes,
she was like there was no bite or scar on her. Like it's,
so, and I have a thing about not thing, but like I saw a video and it kind of made me wondering too. Do you remember when that first like naked zombie runs? Where they're at the very beginning and they try to cut him in pieces and he's not dying in the very beginning.
yeah.
Okay. So when he comes out, who does the person he attacks first? He attacks Bert.
Bert.
Yeah. He does.
Oh yeah, because he's straight in front of the door. Freddy was the one that opened it, right?
They're pretty close, but he goes straight to Bert.
Yeah.
Now, the theory is he didn't go for Freddy or I can't remember the other guy's name.
Because they were already infected.
They were already infected.
Freddie and Ernie.
Yes.
No. Frank.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. So they're
Because
already,
they were
infected,
already infected.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So with Trash, she's already like exposed a lot. She's naked and she's getting all that acid rain.
She did say it burned.
Yes. So she got more exposed. And then the zombies, they don't, you can tell that they're trying to like eat her, but when she comes back, there are no marks. She looks fine. And she kind of like wakes up from like this like almost like a dirt bed, and all that absorbed the chemical. So
Yeah.
I think she was kind of already infected. So that's why there weren't any visible bite marks.
Mm-hmm.
And since she was like really exposed to the chemicals, that's probably why she mutated. Because you don't come back as a zombie if you get bitten. Suicide didn't come back. Scuds didn't come back.
Not in this movie. Yeah. Doesn't that go out the door during the sequels?
We're talking about the first one here.
But we're talking about
the first one here.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, once you get beaten and chewed up, yeah, that would make sense. That
But-
she was already infected.
but then here's the thing that kind of makes it either like a fuck up, which I refuse to believe, or just something else. Because one zombie or one person does come back as a zombie. It's the paramedic or the cop, where he's like waving them down to bait the other ones.
Or are you sure they didn't just take the cop's clothes and put it on?
It looks just like the cop, so it's possible, but I don't know.
Yeah, true. I have the best explanation.
Yeah, what is it? Was it?
They just wanted to show a sexy naked zombie. So fuck all rationale or
Continuity.
continuity. Let's just show a sexy naked zombie at her perfection.
Well,
I think that's their rationale.
I don't like how you came in here and just like Godzilla stomped all over my thoughts and stuff I put into this with the very, very rational explanation for 80s horror. Because that's probably it.
Yeah, but I can also just give you a real rationale right now.
Damn it.
When the directors and all the executive producers came out and make this movie, honestly, their thoughts was like, this movie is only going to be watched and it's only for horny guys. That was their whole mentality. They were like, this movie is for a bunch of horny guys. That's why there was so much nudity. That's why they pretty much hired strippers to be in the movie. Like they aim to just make a funny horror movie for a bunch of horny guys directed at horny guys. That's literally all they even said it in the DVD commentary. It's like
Now-
this movie was for horny guys.
Could this be like a subgenre, like horny horror or horror comedy, like with a W?
Yeah, I think it falls under that because it's very excessive. They would have showed Bush if they could have, but like they went full nude. They went full nude. You don't usually see full nude on like horror films, and I mean full.
I'm gonna stop you there before you get carried away there. Yeah. and
So sorry for stomping on your theory. It's just, I think these men had simpler minds.
yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think about some other memories or like moments I have with this, and there's a few more that I really want to touch on, and where I love the whole like nihilistic ending where they thought they got them all, and then it rains again,
It
and then
rains
you see
again.
them kind of like pop up again from the cemetery or whatever,
Yeah.
and it just kind of keeps going.
Keeps going.
So I thought that was a really cool, like bleak, hopeless ending.
Yeah, like that they're taking over the world. Like there's nothing you can do about it. It's a never ending cycle. So nihilist word, nice. Yeah, nihilist ending. I like that.
Thank you. I like that word. Sometimes I use it because it'll make me feel smart, but looks are deceiving.
Yeah, until you use it wrong.
I can't even spell it. I think there's 2 L's. I don't know. Well, anyways,
kind of like my least favorite, but also okay. So I did not like the part where they start beating the split dog. I was like, it's like, don't hurt the puppy, don't hurt the puppy. But also, it was extremely funny.
It was
extremely
and
funny.
those fucking like butterflies moving around.
Yeah, the butterflies. I heard that was just a fan. That it was just a fan that they used.
Well,
a
it
fan.
fooled me.
Yeah, it fooled me too. I thought they were like actually like more intricate, but it was just a fan off a screen being blown at these butterfly cutouts. They weren't even real butterflies.
You mean the movie lied?
The movie lied.
Do you have any other like moments you don't like so much?
No, man, I love the whole movie. Like it was all fantastic. I mean, I felt like the beginning was maybe a little bit slow, but I think it was like necessary to build up. Like I'm used to stuff like especially zombie movies hitting you hard from the beginning, and this one had a little bit of a small build up, but then jumps right into it. So it was nice. Yeah, it was good. But I'm forgetting it's also a comedy.
Yeah.
It's considered a comedy
Versus like the Romero ones where it already starts off chaotic.
like right into it.
Like you look at Dawn of the Dead, you're already stressed out because you see everyone in the fucking newsroom and stuff like
oh yeah,
freaking out. So
I gotta rewatch that. It's been a while since I've seen Dawn of the Dead.
one of my favorite, actually probably my favorite. And let's see, moments I didn't like so much. It's hard to say. I wanted to see more Tarman because he was only there for just a bit. He gets his head whacked off, and then that's
I'm gonna
it.
knock his block off.
Yeah, there's a crossover.
Yeah.
I also, I mean, like the military scenes, or that's like usually like my pee breaks. Because I'm like, okay, military guy, whatever. But yeah, dude, it's hard to not like something from this movie. I love the soundtrack. I like some of the bands on there. It was really cool. It gave it like more personality, a little bit more character, a little more color.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to not like something in this movie unless you just don't like zombie movies in general.
Now, would you recommend this to someone who's never seen a zombie movie before? Like, would this be like a good entry level zombie movie you would show somebody?
No. I feel like this movie is more worth watching after you have at least a little bit of appreciation for zombies.
Like after a couple of serious ones.
Yeah.
Okay, good idea.
It's kind of okay. It's kind of like giving somebody who's never drank whiskey before, like a 14-year-old Macallan. Like they won't appreciate it. They won't understand it. They just drink it and be like, "This is whiskey," or the scotch. Like and they won't really appreciate it. You got to build them up, give them something like Jack Daniels and Jameson, and work them way up so they could really appreciate it.
I think it's a good analogy. Like if
Yeah.
you started drinking, and you had what you mentioned, and then you go back to or then you go to Tecate or something, you're like, oh my god, what a downgrade. But if you work from the Tecate up,
Yeah,
then it's great.
it's truly appreciate it.
For
Like you
sure.
truly appreciate it. You're not wasting your time. Like and that's how I feel about I'm not like rating Return super high as in like greatest movies where everything is, but definitely you understand it and you like it more when it's like you've already experienced what other zombies are about.
True.
Yeah.
I also like how you see Frank and Freddy slowly turn into zombies. So,
So, yeah,
the
the-
whole movie they're just like, like just complaining, and then when the paramedics come, they're like, oh,
The complaining.
he's dead.
The
He's like,
complaint.
what do you mean I'm dead?
Ah,
And
ah.
I also like in Return of the Living Dead 2, it's
Oh,
the
no.
same two actors doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And they even reference it too, where he's like, man, I feel like we've been here
We've
before.
been here
You,
before."
me, them. So I don't understand why that happened, but it was funny. But I think,
It was because they were trying to be funny.
yeah, I guess so. It kind of ruins part 2 just a little bit, because we've already seen that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can also appreciate the comedic value of it. I also like how Frank foreshadows his own death as well when they go to Ernie, who is apparently a fucking hiding Nazi.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
Oh,
didn't know
shit.
that. So, but that's kind of funny. So he goes to like the crematorium, and Frank tells Bert, he's like, "Oh, I could work that damn thing myself." You talk about the furnace
Yeah.
or the incinerator, and that's what he does. He operates it himself, and he burns himself.
Yeah.
So that was a little foreshadow there as well.
Yeah,
I thought
that
it
was-
pretty cool.
That was surprising that he was like a Nazi and foreshadowing, but they like kind of wrote that out, but it was still in there. Like,
Yeah, because you see like the music he's listening to is some sort of march thing. I remember seeing about
German
that.
music.
Yeah, then you see there's like a picture of Ava Braun, Hitler's wife, and he's totally cool with like putting people in the fucking furnace. So
yeah, he has
he's-
experience in a crematorium.
yeah. So I
I
mean,
think there was even a picture of Hitler somewhere in the walls. Like, it was like a cartoon Hitler in the
I
back.
see. Well, yeah. So that was that's kind of funny.
Yeah, that was a surprise. That like out of everybody, he was the Nazi and not Suicide. Suicide looked more like he would have been a Nazi.
Well, Punk is actually pretty anti-Nazi, sir.
Sure, but like a
But-
lot of Nazis look like punks and listen
You
to
mean
punk music.
skinheads?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck them. Nazi punks. Fuck off.
They're Nazi too.
Wait, are you telling me with the whole thing about Ernie, about him having affiliates of those, are you telling me that you did not see that coming?
No.
Yeah, I made that joke.
I
Well-
don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, because I said you didn't. Never mind. Well,
I don't get it.
I think we're ready for trivia, unless you got some more to shoot out.
No,
No Jodo.
I got my trivia ready for you.
Light me up.
I got a few for you. Let me see, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 questions for you.
Good number.
All right. First one. What kind of air freshener did Frank spray?
Lysol.
Damn.
In fact, they had to get permission for that. And then Lysol's like, yeah, we like how it can kill any sort of germs, even if you turn into a zombie.
Yeah,
I knew that one like the back of my neck.
it was great promotion for them. Man, you probably should research in different places. All right, next one, true or false? During the title sequence, the glass in the barrel cracking was intentional.
Oh, after when the title pops up and it cracks.
Yeah.
Yes, it was intentional.
False.
No.
That was intentional. So what they did is that they covered the skull in wax and built the face,
That's okay.
and then started heating the barrel to make the wax melt off the face to
And all-
give so that the skull pops up, and then because of the heat, that was unintentional but fucking great. The glass broke because of the heat.
That's a beautiful, perfect accident.
Exactly.
Like me.
Sure.
Next question.
All right, 1 second. Okay. Next one. True or false? Actors were asked to eat real animal brains.
I think they do this like in almost every zombie movie, so I'm gonna say yes, that's true.
Yeah. The actors were paid extra to eat calf brains,
Jeez.
and the director ate some first to show that he wouldn't ask them to do something he wasn't willing to do himself.
I think in Night of the Living Dead, the original black and white one, they did something similar, and they used like chocolate sauce on top of it because it was black and white, so it has to look like blood. So yeah, I think like that similar thing happened there. So
they used chocolate to cover up the taste of animal brains,
and so it looks like blood on the camera. So I'm not. Well, they probably weren't using. I don't think it was brains because those zombies don't eat brains, but I think it was just like
true,
flesh or
flesh. Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Anywho, next question.
What did the production team place inside the garbage bags of rabid weasels? Did you want to hear the multiple choice?
Yes, please, because I don't know.
Okay, actual weasels,
What?
toy monkeys, or big mouth Billy Bass. It's the little fishes from the wall.
That's from the like that's from like the 90s. Did those exist in the 80s?
No.
Okay, so no, definitely not.
How do you
I hate
have
those,
your toys very well played.
Because my grandma had one of those, and it would scare the shit out of me sometimes. I would come home from school and forget it's on the wall. I walk to the bathroom, and then like you start like singing Elvis at me. I'm like, what the fuck, fish?
Take the batteries out. Put tape over the sensor.
Well, then she'd kill me. I don't know what the sensor was. I was young and dumb.
That's true.
And then you said weasels?
Actual weasels.
I think that might be like an insurance risk. So no. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
rates.
monkeys. And is it those monkeys with the symbols?
Yeah. Except they removed the symbols.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they removed the symbols and they just have
Imagine they kept the symbols on there.
Yeah.
Drum solo in those.
Drum solos. All right. True or false? Dan O'Bannon, the director, is a dick.
Like just an asshole, or
he's a dick.
like a Stanley Kubrick, like intense person kind of thing.
That's all categories of dick.
You sure know your dick, sir. I don't know. I seen some like BTS pictures of him. He looks pretty nice. He's always smiling. My instinct is telling me that he was a dick, but I'm gonna believe my heart, and my heart does not like dicks. So,
oh my god,
I'm gonna say he was not an asshole or a dick or whatever on set.
Dude, no. Honestly, this was just a giveaway. Like this, he's a dick. He's a fucking dick. Why would I write a question like this? He was a dick, dude. So you know the scene where Tina like her leg falls through the stairs when she's trying to run away?
Yeah, with Tarman.
That shit happened. He set that up with her without her knowing. Like when she went out to lunch, he put in a false step and then told her, "Hey, let's do a test run up the stairs and stuff." And so she goes through, and so what ended up happening is that she ended up like bruising her leg and was like literally limping. Like she could have actually really gotten hurt. Like she could have like it. That kind of stuff is really dangerous, really bad. And so yeah, she ended up getting messed up because of that. And
That's pretty fucked up.
Everybody on set hated him.
Really?
Everybody hated him because he was intense. He was a dick. He was, except for one person. You want to guess who that one person was that didn't think he was a dick?
I'm gonna say Freddie.
No.
Who was it?
It was Trash.
Oh.
Yeah. She thought that he was a genius. And she had no problem with him being a dick. But he was still a dick nonetheless.
A lot of dicking going on there.
No dicking. But you know, hey, a lot of people back in the days, especially directors and producers in Hollywood, they were all kind of the same. It's like money, drugs, productions, and dicks.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad
to be a fly on that set, I guess.
Yeah.
Next question.
Oh, this one's fun. Which of these is not an alternative title for this film? Zombies aren't vegetarians. Gimme more brains. The dead don't care. Damn it, the zombies are coming.
I'm gonna say The Dead Don't Care because that sounds fucking cool.
Wrong.
No, what is it?
So, Zombies Aren't Vegetarians is the Greek title. Give Me More Brains is the one I made up.
Give me more brains.
The Dead Don't Care is the Danish title. And Damn It, the Zombies Are Coming is the German title.
What was the question?
Oh, which one of these is not an alternate title? And the one I
Oh.
made up is not an alternate
Got it.
title.
The Dead Don't Care sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. Because they were still trying to kind of keep that fling that it's a comedy.
Yeah.
So that's why they were doing that.
Yeah, because if you see Return of the Living Dead, you don't really get struck as like it's kind of a comedy.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really peg it as a comedy until like, I don't know, after watching it a couple times. Last question. True or false? The two heroes of the movies were named after the Sesame Street characters, Bert and Ernie.
I think that was a coincidence.
So false?
No, true. You gave me that look. True.
No, false. That was an accident.
Damn it. My heart's failing me.
You kind of failed on that one. You only got 3 right. You usually do better than that.
Not my best day for one of my favorite movies. For shame.
Nah, I should have gone harder on these. But I was busy. All right. Well, that's my trivia for today.
All right. Well, that was pretty fun, as always, and I appreciate all the extra effort you do into these things, as trivia is honestly my favorite segment of these whole episodes.
Yeah, they can get intense, but they're more fun when you're drunk.
Yeah.
We haven't been drinking enough.
I'm not there yet.
Not there yet.
Well, sequel talk.
All right.
You told me that you watched all of them in one morning?
No.
Okay.
I completely forgot that there's another one called Rave to the Dead.
There's
How many are there in total?
I believe there are 5. There's 1, 2, 3, and then there's 4 Necropolis, and then Rave to the Grave.
I did not know about those 2 existing. I had watched just 1 through 3.
Good.
Yeah.
Because the last 2, I remember seeing a little bit of Necropolis, and it was awful. And then I think 5 is like a direct sequel to that because they were like shot back to back.
Okay.
So, and it was one of those like on sci-fi kind of movies.
I heard the Rave one is the one that actually has Tarman make a return.
Really?
Yeah, Tarman makes a return in that in number 5.
That I did not know.
Yeah. That
Oh,
was,
well.
That was when I was looking up.
Still not gonna watch that fucking movie
Why not?
because it looks bad, and then the 4th one sucked.
Huh. I don't know. I still watch stuff even though I know it's gonna be bad, so I can talk shit about it.
I mean, true, but I kind of value my time now.
True that.
Well, okay, so you watched 1 through 3. What did you think of part 2?
I honestly, it wouldn't be as great if I hadn't watched part 1 because
Okay, so
they reference part 1 all the time. Like it was like part of one of the main jokes, like bringing back the old actors,
yeah,
making jokes, statements from the first one. Can't remember at the moment, but yeah, like it was, and also it was fun. Like I love how they brought the kid aspect, how like a kid is the one that
Getting
unleashed
bullied.
this, yeah, the bullied kid, the smart kid with a gun. He's like, oh man, like
Yeah.
they give him the smaller gun, and he's like, oh man, what am I supposed to shoot with this?
Yeah, I like how Tarman came back, or I should be a different Tarman technically, because it's in a different city and everything.
Yeah, but they use the same suit,
Yeah,
the same suit.
it
Yeah,
was a different Tarman. He was there and he got kicked in the water, and I'm assuming he just dissolved and died. I also liked it was bigger because I do love like one location, one setting movies, because part 1 is kind of like a one setting. It's like right in that like little like 2-3 places in that same radius.
Yeah,
So that I would class that as like a one setting kind of movie.
yeah.
And then this one is the whole city, so it felt bigger. The makeup effects are cool. I like the Michael Jackson zombie getting electrocuted at the end.
Bigger budget.
little bit of-
Definitely had a bigger budget.
Yeah. I didn't like how they like, oh, electrocution. That's like their weakness, I guess. Like it kills them.
Was it like actually their solution?
Because you remember when the main folks are like they run into a zombie, and that zombie flies into like an electrical sign, and he like shocks out it and presumably just dies. He doesn't get back up. So, and then that's they do like, oh my god, if we just gather them all together, this big power plant, and like shock them all, then it's okay.
Yeah.
But then it's like I think they knew that that might have been a temporary solution, or because at the end you see the military with flamethrowers after they get electrocuted, so to like make sure they're dead.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I find it hard to believe that every single zombie that was there went to the power plant. What if there was like a couple that kind of just survived and went somewhere else? You know?
Yeah. There was.
But
That's usually what happens. But
yeah, I don't know.
can't poke too many holes in these kind of movies.
That's true.
Like you want to, but you really shouldn't. Like it's meant to be just enjoyed.
I know.
Because like if we look at 2 and 3, they get sloppier with their own rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then let me just close off with part 2. I liked part 2. I enjoyed it. It's I think it's a really cool sequel. Well, it's a sequel and it's not a sequel because it's a different area, different everything.
Yeah.
But the link between those movies is the Colonel. It's that same Colonel from part 1. He's right there again, and he even says, "Not again."
Oh yeah, that's right. He does say it. I didn't remember if he was the same actor or not.
Yeah.
But I do remember him saying, "Not again."
Yeah, same
Yeah.
guy, same everything. So there's the
Yeah.
link between movies. So I thought that was cool. And then with part 3, it's more of like a love story.
Definitely not a comedy.
No,
Not
and
a comedy. And they
no.
went super sloppy with their own rules.
Yeah,
So I wouldn't classify it as an actual sequel.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing any like connection about that. And the one dumb thing they did, what I didn't like, is that when she's turned into a zombie, she gets all super hungry, and then she does like inflicts pain on herself to make the cravings for brains go away. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Like,
So I didn't like that one. So
Yeah.
you
And
can really just watch part 1 and part 2.
yeah, because honestly, those two are the most to have the same kind of theme, same kind of. They feel like actual sequels. Like although Bannon wasn't involved in part 2, huh?
No.
Another thing that
I don't think
surprised me
so.
about that guy is that dude's responsible for Aliens and Total Recall.
Alien. Not Aliens.
Well, actually, the whole genre, because he's the one that wrote the whole root story,
I see.
and everything gets credited back to him. Like
That's true.
He originated the whole entire universe for it,
So let her be a dick then. Damn.
and also Total Recall. Like I forgot. Yeah.
So we owe 3 boobs to him.
Yeah, that's right. We do owe him, and it makes sense now. The 3 boobs, and then Return of the Living Dead. We should have had a 3 boob zombie.
Well, there you go. There's your pitch. Let them know.
You slap it off of one zombie, and it just attaches to another.
And no, Dan O'Bannon had nothing to do with part 2.
Of Return.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of Return and sequels, did you hear about the announced sequel to Return of the Living Dead?
The remake, or is it a sequel?
It's a sequel.
Because it's just called Return of the
Right.
Living
It's
Dead,
supposed to take place like maybe like less than a couple years after the first one. So it's like in between 1 and 2, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to come out this year, but I haven't heard anything else since then. But they did do like a little teaser thing with Tarman, and that was pretty fucking cool.
So there
But
was a teaser.
yes.
Okay.
And it's like happening, but it should be almost ready by now.
Do we know which production is doing it?
I didn't get any information on that. I just saw it. I'm like, oh, cool, excited. I bookmarked it, and then I kind of forgot about it until now. But I'm going in there cautiously optimistic because with these
Yeah.
legacy sequels, we know how it goes. It's either or like, why?
If it's not a comedy, it's not going to do well.
Now, should it be a horror with comedy or a comedy with horror?
That feels like the same thing.
I'll give you an example.
That feels like the same thing.
I'll give you an example. So the first one, I would say it is a horror with comedy inside of it, and I think that's how the new one should be.
Yeah.
And a comedy with horror would be like Ghostbusters.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I'm still on the fence about calling Ghostbusters horror in general. Like
It's a comedy horror. There's
I
literally ghosts.
I still with horror aspects in it. I get okay. It should be a fuck. I don't know. I don't know. I think either or would be fine. for this movie. Um, if there's no slapstick or any kind of like comedy bases, either be it heavy or even just a little bit of it, like I feel like that it will bomb. The movie will bomb.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, like either or would work.
All right, sir. We have reached the end of this very anticipated yet sadly disappointing short episode of Return of the Living Dead. Do you think it has aged well?
Yeah, I think so. Like, it's definitely something that, especially if you're exploring the zombie genre and getting to know it, it is definitely one that you show somebody, along with like Dawn of the Dead and Night of the Living Dead. It's definitely up there. Like, it's where Brains comes from, where you get more aggressive zombies, where you get more creative, visually impactful zombies. Like, it's definitely up there of the must-see stuff.
I absolutely agree. It's essential for any zombie fan. Even if you love the ultra like serious ones, this one is cool because it does give you that comedy. So it's like a little bit of levity in there. So
No.
And I think on its own, it's great. It's essential. I love the brain sting. I love where we first see zombies run and actually like use whatever left is in their brains or whatever. I also do like how the lady explained why they need to eat brains, because you know the pain of being dead. But I don't know. I don't think it's a physical pain, because when they get shot and stuff, they're like whatever. So maybe it's like a metaphorical pain. Like,
No, she said she could feel herself
she
rotting.
says, yeah, but I mean, I don't know, because the physical pain thing is kind of a debate though, because
I mean, if you're already feeling pain and you get shot, like, how are you gonna feel more pain if you're already on pain? Like, you're already in pain, so you get shot. You're like, oh, I'm already in pain.
see, I want to dispute all that, but I'm not dead, so I can't really,
Exactly.
I can't really dispute it.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I mean, it's an interesting take.
It is. It also makes him a little more sympathetic as well, which I think is kind of cool. Like, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
poor zombie.
They have
You can't eat my brain still, though.
Yeah, they have an itch that they're just trying to get rid of.
Yeah. The effects in this are really good too. Like, especially when you see those close up bites, like on Suicide or Scud's head or whatever.
Yeah.
It looks really cool, and like you can see like the chunk coming off. It reminds me of like Dawn of the Dead, where the dude bites the lady's like shoulder and shit. That's fucking cool. So yeah, I think the practical effects have aged well, except maybe some of the maybe the dog stuff looks a little funny.
Oh,
but
yeah.
but aside from that, I think it looks great.
They put all their budget into
Tarman,
into Tarman and
trash
and trash and like they knew where to put all their budget, because if you notice some of the other zombies, it's cheap. Like, it's cheap as like a cheap latex mask on top, or like or some of them. Yeah, it was like they didn't put a lot of effort into the ones where it was gonna be really quick glance over.
Yeah.
Also, I read somewhere that like the guy who created the split dog said that he is like, oh, I ran out of budget and also time. He said that he was like, if I would have had enough money and time, I would have done a Great Dane. And I was like,
oh damn,
whoa,
Scooby-Doo.
Exactly, would have done a Scooby-Doo. I mean, like, that would have been kind of fun to watch. Like,
I see. Well, maybe we'll get some better ones in this upcoming one.
But they were smart though. Like I said, like they had a budget and they were like, look, it's got to go into practical effects, and we got to have our three shockers: Tarman, trash, and the half lady. We just call her half lady. And that's smart. Like, it's smart that they put their money into the right things.
Yeah, because I mean, those ones have like, I won't say the most screen time, but they're the ones that wanted to make the most impact.
Yeah, you stick him on the cover of every single DVD, VHS, a shirt.
Yes.
Like, you have your things that you can monetize on
for sure.
That image, like, and it makes it's copyrightable. It's like, this is ours. This is our
IP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're smart. That's how they did it. Yep.
Yeah. Visuals are amazing. The atmosphere and tone, I love it. It's like it just has that creepy, scary feeling or atmosphere that a zombie movie is supposed to have, which I love.
Yeah. If I looked at like the punk rock category, this movie would be in there.
100%. And
what is it that Suicide says? It was like, do you think it's easy to look this way, or when he's talking about it, like he's like being all moody and trash is rubbing on his leg. Like,
I forget his line.
He's talking about being punk rock, and he was like, "You think it's easy being punk rock?" Like,
Oh, dude, I forget his line.
yeah, I forgot. I'm so misunderstood.
Some shit like that. Yeah.
Some shit like that. Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I think this movie's aged beautifully, and it's a must see for anyone who loves horror, zombies, or just curious.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Thank you guys for listening. Check us out everywhere you can. Follow my musical journey as Idle Snail, IDLE, Snail, for some cool pop punk alternative music. And, what's it called? Yes, I am Detective Artemis.
And I'm Journey.
Anything you want to plug, sir?
Nope.
Well, all right. Let's give a cheers to Return.
No, you're messing up the outro once
Yeah.
again.
See, I came in there really hard with the intro, and now I'm like,
It's
I'm
usually what
getting all
happens.
flasted at the end.
It's so funny is that sometimes you nail the intro and mess up the outro, or you mess up the intro and then nail the outro. Like there's no either. You can't get both.
I am
just
extremely
doesn't go.
inconsistent and
Very.
unprofessional. I've been doing this for like a long time now, and you would think this would be like a reflex or a second nature, but I am human too, you guys. I'm sorry that I am perceived as perfect everywhere else, but I have my flaws.
Sure.
Are you saying sure like I don't have flaws?
Sure.
Okay, I'll take that. Well, cheers to Return Living Dead. Happy 40 years.
40 years. Yeah.
Ah.
So-
All right. And remember, we drink and we watch things.
yeah.
You don't get the last word. I say the thing and then it just ends. You don't say a sound at the end. It defeats the purpose.